We're here at the Youth Wellness Symposium over here at Western University in Pomona, and this is a symposium for people's wellness, for people in need of mental services like that. And we're here with Dylan. And so, what workshops have you been a part of?
Well, I went to this one music workshop. I was basically there most of the time, and in that workshop, they were showing us like how to write a song, how to make the beats for a song, and everything. And it was really interesting.
Yeah. Is there anything else a part of that you've learned, or have you even picked up before that you just learned now?
Not that I know. I just know that I learned how to like use a different. I believe it's called a F. Oh. I learned how to use a DAW. A DAW is a digital audio workspace.
Oh, okay. And that's what really you picked up on learning instrument-wise of those beats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So is there any other workplace you've been at that you have like awareness for? Like let's say the workshop that I have been to, which is a workshop for podcasting, which we are on right now. And I'm very familiar with it because we're actually a part of this program, me and you.
Yeah.
And so we outspoke to people in need, or just talk about topics about Pomona and stuff like that. And my other workshop that I've been part of was a stretch ball making one. It was also very interesting because you have resources out there like Tri-City offering resources and talking to you about the advances going on. Like May 4th, there's going to be a resource center down in Gary, Pomona, right there near that Taco Bell. I don't really know the general area, but there's going to be a resource thing May 4th. But it's also open Monday to Friday around till 9 to 6, I believe. Monday through Friday. And it was very good to learn that for myself because I do need resources. And that's really what I picked up on myself.
I think it's really good that you're mentioning that, so the people listening to this podcast could also use that resource.
Yes, of course. Let's move to another topic. Would you like to?
Oh yeah. What do you think about the parks of Pomona?
I've recently been to Washington Park, and as you know, there has been a art walk that's been going around. Have you been aware of that?
No.
So art walk has transfers to Washington Park over here on what street is that on? Do you know? It's on Town and Grand, I believe. And they're repainting the courts as if you see them. The courts were a dull red burgundy and black and green. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it does reflect the colors of Pomona, because Pomona has its history is a olive state, right? Those olives back then, and we had an abundance of olive tree, and the dark green represents olives, and the red burgundy, as olives age, they age down to a red color and then fade to black. So we also have black olives and stuff like that, but that's all to the gist of it. But the courts are now painted to a new color of white, blue, and yellow, kind of like a Golden State kind of colors. You know, as California, to represent the California vibe to it. If you see the courts, they're repainted, not completely, but they're soon to be painted all the way up to April 6th. Have you been to any other parks around here that have any new renovations or any recommendations to go to?
Not that I know of, but I do think Philadelphia should fix their courts.
Philadelphia should fix their courts. If you've not been to Philadelphia Park, the gated courts over there, if you play basketball, if you know how treacherous it is over there, you're going to roll your ankle and whatnot. That's not good. I do not recommend playing over there, but it's a very nice area if you want to go to a park to bring your little brothers to, or your mom's walking around and you're with your parents and stuff like that. It's a good park to bring your place to and to be around, because it's a nice elongated area and got nice grass field to be around. But yes, the courts are treacherous. Pomona, if you're listening, think about Philadelphia Park. Show some love by the schools. That part needs a little renovation for the courts. And also the good thing is that they got a community center right there. Very nice community center if you've seen it. I have a friend who was a part of that community center. I don't know what was going on, but it's a very nice community center. I've seen it. I used to be at the community center that was for Washington. Washington had a community center right there by the basketball courts and the parking lot. and we
I think
didn't.
you should bring it back.
They should bring it back. I was a part of it, and it was a very good experience. I met a lot of people and kind of outed my shell as a young person, and started to know people and get involved into sports like that. They allowed us to play kickball or play basketball at health events and played against other parks that had community centers. So if you're gonna go anywhere right now, it's Philadelphia Park, but the courts, I'd take you off.
You know what else I'd fix? Palomares Park. You know the gym equipment they have over there?
No, I am not familiar
It's
with.
kind of like broken down. So it's a good idea, a good concept about the gym equipment where they have the equipment and then they have the playground for the kids. I mean, if you're an adult, you could probably use the equipment they had, or you could have used it when it was in its prime. The equipment they had, because it was like really good equipment to like do calisthenics or any gym workouts.
May I ask how the condition of the park overall, besides the gym area?
Huh?
Can I ask the condition of the park rather than the gym area? Is it a very nice place to be? Is it very well kept, clean?
It's not as well kept. It's not in very good condition.
Pomona, are you listening? We may need to
Fix it.
yes, fix it, of course.
A lot of people want to see the gym section and the park overall just to be renovated.
You know what? Palmer's Park is where located at? Huh? Where's the park located? As I'm not familiar.
I'm pretty sure it's close to one of the Palomares schools.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay. Do you have any other park in mind that you go to that you really want to see attack a situation? I could say for Washington Park, I'll put my input so you can think about it. Washington Park has an amazing field for soccer, but it's very uneven in some areas and can cause injury or whatnot. But the area is very nice. Well, not that's a good place to complain, but two areas of aspect is that sometimes the park can be uncleanly, but they've really picked up on that pace about it. And the courts can be a bit raggedy. The nets need to be replaced, and so is the rims. You know, on the courts, they look weathered and whatnot, and they need to integrate new. How do you say it? What would you say for it? There's a rim, and then there's the base that's in it that holds up the rim. Not the whole poles. They got to replace those because they're old and they just don't look good for the park. It just makes everything out of place now. The park needs a whole new vibe and aspect to it, just to give the feeling of welcome to be around. It's a very big and beautiful park, especially the events that go on like baseball in the mornings and in the afternoons, and also soccer. In the summers they have the seasons over there. The parks is really well kept. I've seen the baseball fields. If you looked at the baseball fields, they also keep them really nice, and they're very, very strict about it. I've been on the baseball fields, tried to play baseball, and they're like, no, you got to get off. There's a game soon, and you don't want to mess up the chalk lines. And they also you know how they engrave the dirt? They got this thing that engraves the dirt, and they keep the field very nice and level and flat. That's great. That's great about the park.
You know what? Another topic I want to go talk on is the Browns fields.
The Browns fields, yes.
There's one near Gary High School, I believe. I feel like they should turn it into something, maybe a community garden or a mini park.
Kind of a park. It's like Philadelphia Park. It's like a walk-in type of thing. It's right there in front of that vegan restaurant.
It's a burger restaurant.
The burger restaurant. Oh, Samuel's?
Yeah.
Oh, that Brownsfield. Yeah, of course. Yes, it would be very nice to see a park there, especially over here.
Dispersing community garden.
Yeah, community garden. Anything like that would be very nice. And at times like this, we really need community gardens around for people to come around and get pics worth. Get strawberries, get food like that, because it's a community garden. Everybody comes over here, takes care of the garden, plants their own seeds, and it's very nice. If there's no resources around one day, they have a community garden to go to. And
a good example of a community garden, I'm pretty sure, is Lopez Farm. Very nice community garden. I visited it so many times.
I visited it once as well.
They have I also like that they have the junior farming program. It's a really nice program they have. I'm sure that they can turn Brownsfields into community gardens and help the community out like that.
that community garden is very big.
Yeah.
And it has a smell to it because it's a garden. You know, if it has like a very bad smell, it's fertilized and stuff like that. But you just know that there's so much going on over there because the smell is just so vast and thick. And this garden is amazing and beautiful. I visited once with our organization leader, and the great thing to see is that there's many people around there enjoying a nice view, and then there's also places to sit and eat your food if you come through by. And it's a very nice area. And also in that area, there's also what you picked up on is gym equipment for the elders and stuff like that. And it's blocked off by sunshade, right? Like the sunshade. Is it the same park am I referring to?
I think so.
Yeah, and it has it's blue. It's right there by a community resource center, I believe. It has like a community center after school program. May I put that?
Not sure.
Not too sure. I'm not too sure either. Well, how do we conclude this?
Well, let's conclude it by telling them about the event that's happening on the
Yes, so the event is known as the Youth Wellness Symposium. If you're tuned into the podcast, might as well show up for now. There's a lot of stations to go by for resources such as wellness care, talking about drugs and alcohol abuse, as well as talking for peer counseling and stuff like that. If you're not well and you're down in the slums and emotions, if you want to come by and talk to people, this is the right people to come to. Remember, always to come around to talk to people, because really talking is very critical. And if you have any issues going on, you can always go around to these stations over here. They have fast to everything. I've been to almost every one.
All right. So we'd like to conclude the program right now. I'm Dylan.
I'm Seve.
And this is SoCal Service Corps or Pomona's Promise Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye.